Freedom of expression. It refers to the ability of an individual or group of individuals to express their beliefs, thoughts, ideas, and emotions about different issues free from government censorship.
Article 10. Freedom of expression protects your right to hold your own opinions. Article 10 protects your right to hold your own opinions and to express them freely without government interference. This includes the right to express your views aloud or through published articles, books or leaflets, televisions or radio broadcasting, works of art, and the internet and social media. The law also protects your freedom to receive information from other people by, for example, being part of an audience or reading a magazine.
Everyone has the right to freedom of expression. This right shall include freedom to hold opinions and to receive and impart information and ideas without interference by public authority and regardless of frontiers. This article shall not prevent states from requiring the licensing of broadcasting, television, or cinema enterprises.
The exercise of these freedoms, since it carries with its duties and responsibilities, may be subject to such formalities, conditions, restrictions, or penalties as are prescribed by law and are necessary in democratic society in the interest of national security, territorial disorder or crime, for the protection of health or morals, for the protection of the reputation of rights of others, for preventing the disclosure of information received in confidence, or for maintaining the authority and impartiality of the judiciary. For the second time and on the basis of compliance by the same businessman, Rappler CEO Maria Ressa is charged with cyber libel over a tweet. Prosecutors claim Ressa's tweeting of a Pillstar.com story published in 2002 was malicious. Businessman Wilfredo Keng filed the complaint in Makati in February 2020. Ressa tweeted the screenshots of an August 12, 2002 Pillstar.com article linking Keng to an alleged murder. In February 2019, Pillstar.com issued a statement saying it took down the 2002 news story from its site because Keng raised the possibility of illegal action against the company. The Supreme Court earlier ruled sharing could not be described as criminal because it constitutes knee-jerk internet reaction. But Makati prosecutors say Ressa's tweeting of screenshots was not a mere action of sharing. They insist the act involved a series of physical acts and mental or decision-making processes.
That case is an example of involving freedom of expression by retweeting her opinion about the article that other people involved a long time ago. She used and applied her freedom to say and share her opinion, but she used it in a negative way. That's why other people got mad and filed case against her. And she based her opinion about the case of a guy relating to murder about more than a decade ago, and that case had been closed. After hearing and reading this case, we understand and learned that freedom of expression is one of our rights. But we need to apply and use it in necessary and in a positive way.
Do you believe that nowadays, in a very modern generation, our privacy is in danger? Are you aware that you yourself is somehow responsible in putting your own privacy at risk? In August 2018, the FTC, or the Federal Trade Commission, announced an expanded settlement with Uber Technologies for its alleged failure to reasonably secure sensitive data in the cloud, resulting in a data breach of 600,000 names and driver's license numbers, 22 million phone numbers, and 25 million email addresses. Meanwhile, Facebook is probing a report that a database containing names, phone number, and unique user IDs of more than 267 million users was exposed on the open internet.
Recent events have focused an intense spotlight on online privacy and security. Now more than ever, as our digital footprints grow exponentially, we need to take personal action to preserve our online freedoms. The threat from hackers and cybercriminals has expanded in relation to our dependence on the Internet. The Philippines remains a target of cybercriminals' online threats, continue to rise in the Philippines at its global ranking with the most ransomware detection, jumped to the 73rd as the third quarter of 2019 according to Kaspersky's latest report. Filipinos spend an average of 10 hours and 2 minutes each day online, the highest in the world according to recent data. The Philippines also tops social media use for the fourth straight year. Vast amounts of personal info from the Philippines, including photos of daily activities, are freely circulating the web. Thus, do you know the DPA? The safeguard and protect every individual's privacy. It is for everyone that if someone violated, he or she have a right of privacy of communication while ensuring free flow or information to promote innovation or growth. You should also note that the NPC or the National Privacy Commission is an independent body created under Republic Act No. 10173 or the Data Privacy Act of 2012, mandated to minister and implement provisions of the Act and to monitor and ensure compliance of the country with international standard set of data protection.
In 2005, a combined Australian Security Intelligence Organization, ASIO, and law enforcement operation prevented a mass casualty terrorist attack in Australia, including plans to target the Melbourne cricket ground. This resulted in the arrest and conviction of 13 men on terrorism charges with sentences of up to 28 years in jail.
Data was critical to the successful outcome of the investigation and subsequent trial. Data was used to identify a covert phone networks that was used in an attempt to hide illegal activities from ASIO and law enforcement agencies.
Without access to this data, ASIO would not have been equipped to provide advice to manage the risk and work with law enforcement partners to prevent a mass casualty terrorist attack in Australia. In addition, ASIO and law enforcement agencies would likely not have understood the network of people involved. The analysis of data is the key component in the overwhelming majority of priority security investigations and consistently proves to be an invaluable intelligence capability, including through eliminating individuals for security concerns.
Technologies has been the center of the attention in the analysis about the environmental problems due to the rapid growth of it. In the past 30 years, Mexico is facing difficulties in dealing with the solid waste that affects the environment that become a big serious problem. Urbanization is good because it helps in the development of the country, but it creates a big problem that affects the environment between the growth of population and living standards. Electronic waste, or also known as e-waste, caused by the improper management of waste. E-waste contains chemicals that become the main cause of the soil population in the world.
In this sense, the lifestyle of modern societies lead to primary consumer dynamics of various technologies, which include electronic equipments. Once their useful life is finished, they become waste that ends up in open dumps. Likewise, as they are mainly composed of metals, various substances harmful to health and producing toxic gas emission to soil, water, or substances, waste then generate environmental and public health problems that may be of great magnitude that deteriorate both local and regional surroundings.
As in the e-pollutant in Tepic, Mexico, the engineering students implemented the recyclator. According to the regulation of the official Mexico norm, the amount of e-waste were treated and can be used again. In conclusion, Recyclathon is a great opportunity for the college and the society of Tepic, Mexico as they applied this strategy to improve their environment. Now, this strategy plan could also provide economic and academic benefits for both parties. Electronic components can be recovered and have commercial values.